In front of you is a Wright Trak Models Southern Railway Loco-Trol radio repeater car. This was basically the grandpappy of DPU on freight trains. Way back in the 1960s, Southern Railway, along with another company that I can't remember at the moment, came up with this car. Berwick Car and Foundry actually built 60 of these cars. Another thing that makes this car pretty interesting is this car, 905925, was the only one out of 60 cars that was given the Southern green light into innovation logo, which basically the green dot in the middle of the O. I used to have this car in my collection, but I sold it years ago, and I was fortunate enough to have a friend of mine who's also a Southern modeler, and he happened to have one of these, and he sold it to me, which was really nice. On eBay, they can go anywhere from 80 bucks to 300 bucks, depending on what somebody's willing to pay for this car. There's a guy that does a 3D print of this car on, I think it's Shapeways, but it's not as good as this Wright Trak resin car. It's a two-piece body. You get the underframe and the shell, and it's pretty easy to put together. I mean, it was tough. It took me about a month to do this. It has the drill hole guides for all your handrails. Here on the A end is the one with the brake wheel, and the B end is the other side. And if anybody knows what the heck were these little dot things up here up top, I've been wondering that for years. Does anybody know what these little dot things are on this car? Was it to keep the top from caving in, or what the heck were these little doodads there? So hopefully there's a Southern fan out there that knows it, because I sure as heck don't. And it has firecracker antennas, KD number 158 couplers, KD coupler boxes, the snap together type, intermountain wheels, and shoot, I forget who made the trucks. But anyway, the trucks are all painted too. Everything's painted on this model. I think it turned out pretty good. My decaling is horrible, but it's on my railroad, so nobody can complain. It was a lot of fun to put together. It really was. This is the first time I used an airbrush. I airbrushed this base coat of, I think, nutmeg. That was the closest I could come up with for the Southern Railway boxcar red or brown or whatever heck color it is. And it's got an acrylic white top. It was a great car. I had a lot of fun putting this kit together. And it'll be tooling around my steel mill in the outskirts here real soon. I did manage to get my layout cleaned off, so I'll be working on that. And my next project is going to be yet another crest carrier. I'm going to get back into steel mill modeling because I still have a bunch of stuff to build. So I'll be doing that next. But this one right here was the last freight car that I wanted to put together. I also got these. A lot of people don't really get into the older cars from, say, Concours or what have you, but take a look at this Concours car right here. This is a PS2 covered hopper, and back in the day when Concours made these, AHM also made these, and I think Rossi had a run of them too. These are great cars. You can take the couplers or the trucks off and fill the hole with the squadron green putty and retap and rethread the holes to fit regular trucks. You can put coupler boxes on this model too, so that's what I've already done. These are really neat cars. I like these cars. This is the second Southern car. I got to change one of the numbers on this car because they're both identical, but they're very nice cars. If you get a chance, there's some value in these old Concours freight cars, or River Rossi or AHM. They're really nice cars. And that's it. I'm out.